Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and good beginning on the week. This is your press review on your favorite television, Freka TV. Cooperation at the heart of President Macky Sall's state visit to Ivory Coast, announced the Daily Le Soleil in its publication this Monday, June 24, 2019. 5 agreements signed. We remain in Senegal with Le Sud Quotidien headlines Mega Geta against the scandal over Senegal's oil and gas contracts. For this newspaper, the Annie Book Citizen platform is succeeding. The prefect of Dakar, Alioune Badara Samba, authorized on Friday, June 21, the release of the said platform at the Boulevard du Centenaire, and to this end, the demonstrator took the place by storm to respond. In Mali, killings in the center of Mali, according to Le Républicain, who tell us that a major march in Bamako planned to denounce the immobility of the state. Civilian administrators are demanding more security. The following in page 3 of your newspaper. Le Sousseau, the Ivorian daily newspaper, on its front page this morning, reports an investigation into the assets of 10 promoters of discovered money investment houses. This newspaper writes, buildings, boats, taxis worth 45 billion, and the victims are preparing a blow. The bishops of Ivory Coast warn that weapons are still circulating in the columns of l'Inter, and to avoid another war, they demand the completion of disarmament. In Burkina Faso, for its part, L'Événement highlights that there is a stir in the army which to succeed Pengrenoma, always in Burkina Faso. On the front page of Le Quotidien newspaper, Jean-Pierre Bayala, a retired colonel, revealed that for the fight against terrorism, it is not a question of means, but rather of organizations. In Nigeria, The Punch informed us that despite a budget of 757.48 billion naira, the roads of the FJ are still in poor conditions, which facilitates attacks by shepherds. The newspapers surveys in Nigeria's 6 geopolitical areas show that the budget allocation had not had a significant impact on the country's roads because many of them had become not only horrors but also prying eyes. Thousands of primary school students under the influence of their parents and teachers tend to skip 6 of 50 grades and move on to secondary school, according to a Daily Trust survey in Nigeria. The newspaper specifies that, however, according to experts, most of these very gifted students come to regret the action later because in addition to missing the vital lessons of primary 5 and 6, they are apparently smaller and younger than their classmates and, after graduation, have to wait and reach the traditional age of admission to enter higher education. Scandalous. Demonstrator arrested for waving the Berber flag in Algeria, titled El Vatan in his front page. The newspaper specifies that after the provisional detention of some 20 people arrested in last Friday's demonstrations, calls for mobilization were launched for Monday, June 24. The courts accused them of having wanted to undermine the integrity of the national territory. In fact, the demonstrators carried Berber flags. In South Africa, Cape Times reveals that the department is investigating a farmer's complaint. Turns Butter, the former head of the MEC and AD of Western Cape Health, and 3 others are under investigation for alleged death of approximately 40 liters of water per day from a resident of Riverside, South Cape. The newspaper stated that Stephen Payne reported Botha and 3 other landowners to the Department of Water and Sanitation more than a year ago and said the ministry was dragging its feet. We remain in South Africa. The daily newspaper Cape's August reveals that the former Prime Minister denies comments to MPs of the DA. According to the newspaper, former controversial Prime Minister Ellen Zai is once again in the middle of a storm because of her comments on racism and his involvement in a public quarrel with the DA chief executive and MP Phumzile Van Dam. Le Quotidien Numérique, present in Kenya, informs us that the government denies the rumor of the Ebola epidemic in the country. Read more on page 8 of the analysis days. In Cameroon, L'Essentiel are interested in the salaries of the general managers and the president of the board of directors of Sonara, SCDP, SNH, CRTV, CSPH, Cameco, Cameroonian Land Credit. The newspaper reveals that a decree of the head of state of June 19 sets the categories of public institutions, the remuneration and benefits of their leaders. The following is to be read on page 3 and 5 of the newspaper. L'Economie titled "The Brains of Public Enterprise Reform" to be read exclusively in 2 and 3 parts of the newspaper. A Singham published works of the hotels of the African Cup of Nations, Bello Buba, explode the cost. The newspaper stated that the 70-room hotel as Garua, built by the Portuguese Mota Angel at 102 million francs CFA, the piece is twice as expensive as the Hotel Desprot de Garua, with its 116 rooms built at 50.6 million francs by the American Prime Potomac. The following on page 4 of the newspaper. Augustine Wambo Yamjo, head of the detailed program for the development of agriculture in Africa, is tackling the défi actuel and launching the free trade area will boost intra-African agricultural trade. The development specialist analyzes the possibilities for the transformation of African agriculture and the opportunities opened up by the entry into force of the Continental Free Trade Area. Cameroon Tribune titled "Paul Biya in Europe." The President of the Republic left Yaoundé yesterday for a brief private stay with the First Lady Chantal Biya. The following in page 2 and 3 of the newspaper. We close this press review with Jeune Afrique, who published exclusively Air Transport, the billions of Arsegnas stolen billions. The newspaper details an investigation. The audit reports that Jeune Afrique has obtained attest to the catastrophic budgetary management of the Aviation Safety Agency in 17 African countries. Over the past 6 years, considerable sums of money have disappeared, probably divided. Thank you for following us. Thank you for your loyalty. Subscribe to our channel and like the video. Goodbye.